There are a number of treatments, yet it's also very sobering and shocking, I think, for a newly diagnosed prostate cancer patient to see the menu of options and then come to the conclusion that, wow, that's it? Really? There's nothing else? Um, so I think that when you look at the menu of options that are available, uh, it first kind of depends on where you're at in that staging. So if you're early stage, surgery is an option. You can also do other treatments that are going after the prostate that may not be necessarily resecting it. It may be more of going in and trying to freeze it, or going in with radiation and trying to pelt it with radiation pills, which is called brachytherapy, I believe. So there's various options that your urologist can take to deal with cancer that's localized to the prostate gland. If your prostate cancer has spread, but it's still in the local prostate region, then radiation can go after that and try to kill it. If it's spread beyond that, though, and it's distant and it's metastatic, then you're looking at a couple of different options. First is they like to go after the androgen receptor. Prostate cancer cells have androgen receptors that tend to bind to testosterone, and that's one of the ways that they grow. So one of the first treatments that a metastatic prostate cancer patient gets is hormone ablation or androgen deprivation therapy, where it goes in and just basically cuts your body's testosterone out. So you no longer produce testosterone. 90% of your testosterone is produced from your testicles. They essentially shut that down. So now you don't have very much testosterone floating around your body at all. Your adrenal glands will generate about 10% of it, and they don't shut that down, but the majority of the testosterone flowing in your body can be shut down through primary hormone deprivation therapy. If that doesn't work and your cancer continues to grow, there are secondary hormonal drugs that are out there that don't turn the testosterone off, but they mess with the receptor that's on the cancer cells, and they inhibit its ability to bind to whatever testosterone is floating out there. So that's another standard of care option. And then there's chemotherapy, essentially carpet bombing everything. So whatever's rapidly dividing from a cellular perspective in your body, good and bad, chemotherapy will just go in and just beat that up. So those are your standard of care options today. If you explore genomic sequencing and get molecular profiling of your tumor, that opens up the door to a lot new targeted therapy options that are in clinical trials. So, unfortunately today we don't have a very good way to bifurcate and to classify prostate cancer. But if you look at prostate cancer from a molecular perspective and you understand the mutations that are fueling it, then there is a very hyper-segmented way that you can diagnose prostate cancer. And that opens the door to some potential targeted therapies and maybe even informs immunotherapy options as well.